So today's ISKCON, and we'll be hearing from Srila Prabhupada. And it is Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 25, verse number 4. This is a class that was given in Bombay, now Mumbai, in 1974. And this is too high. Sing Jai Radha Madhava first, and then we'll play the class. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari 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 Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jayom Vishnupad Paramahansa Pavrikacharya Satara Sada Shishi Manas Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Anantakoti Vaishnavinda Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prem Sukha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Dvaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinda Ki Jai Jai Radha Krishna Gopa Govana Shai Mukunda Radha Kunda Giri Gaurani Ki Jai Brindavan Dham Ki Jai Mayapur Navadip Dham Ki Jai Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Shrimati Tulsi Devi Ki Harinam Sankirtan Ki Brihamadanga Ki Samaveda Bhaktivinda Ki Gaur Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Dvaipayana Sakastvevam Maitreyo Bhagavangshtata Prahedam Viduram Prita Anvikshikyam Prachoditaha Sutta Uvacha Dvaipayana Sakastveham Maitreyo Bhagavangshtata Prahedam Viduram Prita Anvikshikyam Prachoditaha Sri Sutta Goswami said, the most powerful sage Maitreya was a friend of Vyasadeva's. Thus being encouraged, Maitreya, pleased by Vidura's inquiry about transcendental knowledge, spoke as follows.
Dvaipayana Shakha Stu Evam Maitreya Bhagavan Statha Praha Idam Viduram Prita Anikshikam Prachudit. So, this is the process of getting knowledge. To approach the proper person, Guru, and submissively hear from him about transcendental knowledge. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya. Don't try to receive spiritual knowledge or transcendental knowledge very cheaply. Although it is very easy, there is no difficulty, but the process must be known. Just like any machine, we have got experience, just like sometimes our typewriter machine or this dictaphone, does not work. So if we go to the proper person who knows the work, he immediately tightens one screw or changes something, it works. The process he must know. So if I go to a panwala for repairing my machine, that will be not. He does not know the process. He may know how to make pan, bidi, but doesn't matter. He does not know how to repair a machine. Therefore, the Shastric injunction is Vedic injunction. That tad vijnanatham sa gurumeva abhigachet. If you want to know transcendental knowledge, tad vijnan, it is also vijnan. Actually, human life is meant for understanding tad vijnan. Tad vijnan means transcendental knowledge, not material knowledge, bodily. Bodily, and even a medical practitioner, he does not know, he has no knowledge of the spirit soul. He simply studies the mechanical arrangement of the body. The body is a big machine made by nature. It is called jantra. Actually it is a machine. In the Bhagavad Gita it is said, Ishara sarvabhutanam riddeshe arjuna tishtati brahmayan sarvabhutani jantra rudhani maya. Jantra rudhani maya. This body is machine. Those who are very much attached to this machine, for them the yoga system is recommended. Well, one who is very much in the conception of the body, so they have been taught just to concentrate the mind, some practice of gymnastic, so that mind may be concentrated and he can focus the mind towards Vishnu, Lord Vishnu. Real purpose is to understand Vishnu, the Supreme. So the yoga system is therefore a mechanical element. But the bhakti system is above the machine, above this mechanical element. That is, therefore it is called tadvijnana. The mechanical understanding is material, and above that, tadvijnana. The tadvijnanatham, if you want to understand spiritual knowledge, then you have to approach a guru. Guru means weighty. One who has got better knowledge. Heavy. Guru means heavy. Heavy with knowledge. What is that knowledge? I've got so much knowledge. No. Transcendent. Tad vijnana. Tad vijnanatham sa gurumeva abhigacche. Samit pani sutriyam brahmanishtham. That heaviness is brahmanishtham. How much one is attached to Brahma, Parabrahma, Bhagavan. That is Guru's qualification. Brahmani upasayasrayam. This is the mantra of Kathopanishad. Tad vijnanatham sa gurumeva vigachet. Similarly in the Bhagavad also it is said, Tasmat gurum pravadita. Tasmat, therefore one must approach Guru. Here in the Upanishad also gives definition who is Guru. Guru means Srotriyam Brahmanishta. One who has received knowledge by hearing Vedas. Srutriyam, because Vedas are called Shruti. So those who are in the line of hearing from the preceptorial succession, disciplic succession, as it is said in the Bhagavad Gita, evam parampara, not, I mean to say, abstract knowledge, standard knowledge. Standard knowledge is received from the parampara system, disciplic succession. Therefore, it is said, Srotriyam. Srotriyam means who has heard from the parampara system. Srotriyam, and the result is Brahmanishtam. He is firmly fixed up in the service of the Supreme Personality of God, Brahmanishtam. He has no other business. This is two qualifications. He must have heard the Vedic knowledge through the disciplic succession. It does not require that he is very learned scholar. No. Simply he must hear from the authority. Krishna has given you, God has given you the ear. And this is our system. We simply, they hear and they become big preacher. It doesn't require that he has to pass MSc, BSc or PhD examinations. Hearing is sufficient. Sthane sthita sutigatang tanuvang manovi. You remain in your position, in your place. You do not require to change it. Sthane sthita. Sthane sthita means the varnashram. 4 varnas and 4 ashramas. Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, and 4 ashramas. Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyas. So this is civilization. Unless the society is divided into these 8 divisions, that is animal civilization, that is not human civilization. You must be systematized, regulated system. Just like in this body, there are different divisions. The head division, the arm division, the belly division, the leg division. Similarly, without these 4 divisions, no society can be conducted very nicely. Then it will be chaos. So sthane sthita means to remain in these regulating principles of varnasa. That is called sthane sthita. You remain in your position. It doesn't require you have to change. It is not that a Shudra without becoming a Brahman, of course he will become Brahmana by hearing. Brahmana means Brahmajanati iti Brahman. If he hears, even a Shudra, he can understand what is Brahma. Then he becomes Brahman. So, this is required. Sthane sthita sutigatang tanuvang manovi. With great attention, body, mind, and words, intelligence, with everything, one must hear. So here we see Vidurang Prita. Vidura was hearing from Maitra Rishi, and Maitra Rishi was very much pleased. Prita. Unless you satisfy your teacher or guru very nicely, you cannot get the right knowledge. That is natural. If you receive your guru, give him very nice place, he can sit comfortably and he is pleased with your behavior, then he can speak very frankly and very freely, which will be very much beneficial for you. Therefore this word is, he was talking, he was preaching, he was giving instruction to Vidura, being pleased, Prito. Maitra Rishi was very much pleased. That is also recommended in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Tadvidhi pranipatena, tadvidhi pranipatena, pariprasnena, sevaya. Simply going and asking the spiritual master or guru and not to accept his instruction, then don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. In a challenging spirit, if you go to a spiritual master without any service, sevaya and pranipatam. Pranipatam prakishta rupena nipatam. Nipata means fall down. And pra means prakishta, sufficient, no reservation. This knowledge, the transcendental knowledge, is based on this pranipata. Therefore Krishna says, Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam saranam braja. You just surrender to me. And similarly, we have to surrender to Krishna or his representative. Because Guru is representative, external representative. Internal Guru is Krishna himself. Ishara sarvabhutana riddeshe arjuna tishta. Not that Ishara, Krishna, is in Vaikuntha or Goloka Vrindavan. He is everywhere, even within the atom. Goloka eva nivasati akhilatma bhuto. That is Paramatma. Atma is I am Atma, you are Atma. We are all situated locally. You are situated within your body, I am situated within my body. But Paramatma is situated everywhere. That is the difference between Atma and Paramatma. Atma and Paramatma, those who are mistaken that there is no difference between Atma and Paramatma. No, there is difference. They are one, in one sense, that both of them cognizant. They are living entity. Chetanas chetananam. Chetanas chetananam. Nitya nityanam. But they are different. The Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Khetra khetragya. Khetragyancha manavidhi sarva khetri subhara. Khetraga means the proprietor of the khetra, his body. Body is called khetra. So, I am proprietor. I am not proprietor, I am occupier. Just like in a house, the tenant and the landlord. The landlord is the occupier, tenant, and the landlord is the proprietor. Similarly, we, Atmas, we are simply occupier of this body. We are not proprietor. The proprietor is Paramatma. Sarva khetri subharata. So, if the proprietor says, get out of this house, or some by law. Similarly, when the Paramatma says, now you have to leave this body, you have to leave this body. So this is Vedic knowledge. So one must approach a proper Guru. The Guru's qualification is, in every Shastra, just like in the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said, Tasmad Gurum Prapaddeta Jigyasu, say Uttam. One does not require to accept a Guru unless he is inquisitive to understand the ultimate goal or benefit of life. Ordinary man who is interested with the bodily comforts of life, he doesn't require a Guru. But generally, at the present moment, Guru means who can give you some bodily medicine. He approaches some saintly person, Mahatma ji, I am suffering from this disease. Yes, I am mantra, take this. That sort of Guru is accepted. The same bodily. Or some bodily, wealth bodily, no. Tadviddhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya upadakshanti tadgyanam tattadarshi. One should approach Guru for seeing the tattva, the absolute truth. That is necessity. not for any material benefit. One should not search out a guru for curing some material disease. For that there is medical practitioner. Why should you search out after a guru? But people search out that I have got some material disease and if somebody can cure some saintly person, then he is Guru or he is Bhagavan. I am poor, if he can give me some money, then he is Guru. No, the Shastra does not say. Guru means Shrotiram Brahmanishtam. Tasmad Gurum Pravaddeta Jigyasu Sre Uttamam Shabde Parecha Nishnatam. Guru means who knows the Vedic Shastra, the Vedas. He knows the Vedic conclusion. And the Vedic conclusion is to understand Krishna. That is Vedic conclusion. Vedaischcha sadvai ahameva vedam. Therefore, those who are trying to understand Krishna or partially, we cannot understand fully Krishna. That is not possible. We have not so capacity because Krishna is so big. Advaita, Achyuta, Anadi, Ananta. So, with our limited knowledge, we cannot understand. Even Krishna does not understand himself. Krishna is so good. Krishna himself, he does not know why he is so much attractive. Therefore, to understand this knowledge, why Krishna is so attractive, he became Lord Chaitanya. Taking the ecstatic emotion of Srimati Radharani, Radha Bhavaduti. That's a very great science. Krishna is such that Krishna, of course it is our calculation, that Krishna does not understand himself. So to understand fully Krishna, it is not possible. But as far as our limited knowledge is concerned, if we understand Krishna so much, that is our purpose. That is our purpose. Therefore Krishna says, Janma karma me dibbam ju janati tat tat. So, if we understand Krishna as a human being like us, apajananti mang mudha, then we are mudhas. Krishna's body is made of this maya elements or external elements like us. Just like our body is made of this material element. If we think Krishna also made of that elements, of these material elements, kiti apte marudho, then we are mistaken. Krishna is here in the previous verse, we have learned Atmamaya. There are, of course, this material energy is also Atmamaya, Krishna's, not ours. Momomaya, Krishna says Momomaya. Devijisha Gunamayi Momomaya. This material world is Krishna's. We cannot say Momomaya. No. We are under the control of this material nature. But Krishna is the controller of the material nature. That is the difference. We are controlled by the material nature. But Krishna is not controlled, but he is controller. Maya dakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam. One who understands this, that this prakriti, this material nature, is working under the direction of Krishna. That is our real knowledge. How the things are going on, that is not possible to understand. But the summary, sum total, if we simply understand, janmadya sajata, everything is emanated from the Supreme Absolute True Krishna. That much knowledge is sufficient. Then you can increase how they are working, how by Krishna's energies, the material energy is working by the direction of Krishna. that is advanced knowledge. But on the whole, if we, as it is stated in the Bhagavad Gita, Maya dhakshena prakriti suyate sacharat, that is perfect. If we think that this matter is working independently, and modern scientists, they think that chemical evolution. No chemical evolution. Life does not produce by chemical evolution. Life is from light. That just like Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, that aham sarvasya prabhava matta sarvam pravartati. The answer is given there. The Vedanta Sutra, the question is, what is Brahma? And the answer is there. Athat Brahma Jigyasa. Janmadasya Jata. Indirectly given. The Brahma, Parabrahma is that from whom everything emanates. Everything means there are two things, Jod and Cheta, living entities and non-living, Jod, dull entities. Matter is dull. So everything means including both. Matter is also coming from Krishna and the Cheta, a living entity is there also coming. And the whole world is combination of this matter and Cheta. Your body, my body. Aparayam itastu viddhime prakritim para jiva bhuta mahabaho jayadam dharjati jagat. This material energy is inferior and the spiritual energy is superior. And superior why? Because the superior energy, the living entity, jiva bhuta, they are controlling. Not controlling, they are trying to utilize. Just like we advanced living entities, human beings, we have created the modern civilization by utilizing the matter. That is our superiority. But we are also prakriti. Aparayam viddhime prakritim para. We are para prakriti, spiritual energy. This is understood. In this way, we have to understand tattva gyan. The human life is meant for understanding tattva. Jivasya tattva jigyasa, the Vedanta Sutta, athata brahma jigyasa, jigyasa, tattva jigyasa, the same thing. So explanation of Vedanta Sutra is Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam begins. So what is that tattva? Janmadasya. Janmadasya, from whom everything has emanated, or the Supreme, which is the source of everything. So what is the nature of that source? That is explained in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Janmadasya jata annayat itaratascha artheshu abhigya. That source is abhigya, cognizant, not matter. Matter is not cognizant. Life. Janmadasya jata, cognizant. So, this scientist theory, modern theory, that life comes from matter, this is wrong. The life comes from life. Because in the Srimad Bhagavatam it is explained that Janmadasya jata annayat itaratascha artheshu abhigya. The identity from whom everything emanates is abhigya, cognizant. He can understand. So cognizant means life. Not only that, tene brahma rida adikavai. He instructed knowledge to Lord Brahma, our Vedic knowledge. So unless one is living entity, how he can impart knowledge? So actually, the absolute truth is explained in the Srimad Bhagavatam or the Vedanta Sutras explanation, natural explanation. Actually, Srimad Bhagavatam was written by Vyasdev. Here it is said, Dvaipayana Sakha. Dvaipayana means Vyasdev. Vyasdev compiled this Brahma Sutra and he explained Bhāṣaṁ Brahmasutrānā, this Srimad Bhagavad. If we read some artificial comments on Brahma Sutra, we misunderstand. Generally, these Mayavadis give prominence of the comment given by Shankaracharya about Brahma Sutra, Sharirak Bhāṣa, but that is unnatural. The natural commentation is given by the author himself, Vyasadeva. So, we have to understand, Vyasadeva has written Brahma Sutra, and we have to understand the meaning of Brahma Sutra means codes only. The codes can be explained by the author himself. So, our process is to accept the Brahma Sutra. Brahma Sutra padaishchaiva hetu madbhi vinishtitam. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. So, Brahma Sutra is Nyaya Prastha, very logical, transcendental knowledge. So, Brahma Sutra padaishchaiva hetu madbhi vinishtitam. So we must, therefore, according to our Vedic system, the Acharya must understand Brahma Sutra and explain, then he will be accepted as Acharya. Therefore, two sampradayas, the Mayavadi sampradaya and the Vaishnava sampradaya, both of them have explained the Brahma Sutra. Otherwise, they are not authority. Without understanding Brahma Sutra, nobody can understand what is Brahma. Therefore, here it is said that Vidura understood the Annikyam, the transcendental knowledge, from Maitreya. Who is Maitreya? Dvaipayana Sakhar. He is the friend. That means he has association with Vyasadeva. Just like friend and friend. The one friend knows the other friend, what is his position, what is his knowledge. So Maitreya was friend of Vyasadeva. That means he knows what Vyasadeva knows. So we have to approach such spiritual master or instructor who is in disciplic succession of Vyasadeva. Everyone claims that we are also following Vyasadeva, but not superficially, actually following Vyasadeva. Just like Vyasadeva accepted Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When Arjuna said, Parabrahma Parang Dhyama Pavitram Paramam Bhavan, he accepted Krishna as the Parabrahma, the Supreme Person. So one may say the Arjuna was friend of Krishna, he might have accepted like that. No. He gave evidence that Vyasadeva also accepts you. Vyasadeva also accepts you. You are the Parabrahma. Vyasadeva begins the comments on Vedanta Sutra. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. He begins. Janmadasya jataha param sattam dhimai. So, if we actually are interested to understand spiritual knowledge, we must approach the representative of Acharya. Acharya Upasanam. The Acharya means who follows Vyasadeva, just like Maitreya, Dvaipayana Sakha. Maitreya, Bhagavan. He has been addressed as Bhagavan. Of course, the Supreme Bhagavan is Krishna's to Bhagavan Sam, but other powerful person, just like Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, or Vyasadeva, Maitreya, very, very big personalities, they are also sometimes addressed as Bhagavan, Narada. That Bhagavan, actual Bhagavan is Krishna, but they have attained as far as possible. It is not possible to have the 10% knowledge of Krishna. Nobody can do that. Even Narayana cannot do that. Even Vishnu cannot do that. But those who are devotees or followers of Krishna's instruction fully, they are also sometimes called Bhagavan. But that Bhagavan does not mean artificial Bhagavan. Bhagavan means he knows what Krishna has taught. He is also Bhagavan. Bhagavan Sata Praha, he said, is a Viduram, and to Vidur. And Prita, being pleased, not that simply talking between friends and friends, no. Being Prita, just to, he is also eager. He is also eager and he is also very much pleased. Vidura was eager to receive the transcendental knowledge and Maitra was pleased upon it. How one can be pleased? That is the prostrate. Pranipatena sevaya. You can please one simply by surrendering to himself and by rendering service. Sir, I am your most obedient servant. Please accept me and give me instant. Shishasteham sadhimam prapadnam. Even Lord John was a very intimate friend of Krishna. Still, while learning Srimad Bhagavad Gita from him, he surrendered himself to Krishna and said that I am no more your friend. Of course, friend is also, a friend of Krishna is also surrendered. That is. But specifically he says, Shishasteham. Shishya means you can rule over me now. Sasdhatu, from Sasdhatu, Shastra, Shishya, Shastra, these things have come. So, Shishastya. Shishya means now I am under your full control. You can use me in whatever way you like. So in this way, Annikyana Prachodita. So this is the process of asking. Pariprashna is asking question. Of course, one, the Shishya must ask. He must, but not challenge, just to understand. Jigyasu Sre Uttamam, not to defeat the spiritual master. But one should be inquisitive, inquire from the spiritual master, being Jigyasu, very inquisitive, to understand the spiritual side. Not that I know better than you, let us stop. No, that is not with Guru. You must find out a Guru where you can surrender, Pranipata. If you don't find a person where you cannot surrender, don't waste your time and his time. First of all, surrender. So this is the process of understanding transcendental Annikyana Prachodita. Thank you.
What's your point?
Lord Krishna cannot even understand ourselves, so he can't support you.
Yeah, that's a nice one. Yeah, he said it really nicely. Apoorva said, and this is a very nice point, we've heard it before, but Prabhupada said it in such a way it's very clear. Krishna can't understand himself, his greatness. So therefore he has to come, he decides to come as Lord Chaitanya so he can step outside himself and understand how great he is. Nice point.
Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Angani Yasa Sakalen Priya Priti Manti Lasyan Pipan Pikayanti Giram Naganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadhu Jala Vigrasya Govindam
Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindam Adipurusham.
Kave Gauravani Suraduni Tate Haradhe Ha Krishna Bole Kave Gauravani Suraduni Tate Haradhe Ha Krishna Bole Kandiya Vida Bole Asukachari Nanalata Tarutale Kandiya Vida Bole Asukachari Nanalata Tarutale Swapachagrihete Bhajiya Kaibo Pibo Saraswati Jalo Swapachagrihete Bhajiya Kaibo Pibo Saraswati Jalo Puline Puline Garagari Divo Kori Krishna Kola Halo Puline Puline Gara Gari Divo Kori Krishna Kola Halo Damavasi Jane Pranati Koriya Magibo Kribara Lesha Damavasi Jane Pranati Koriya Magibo Kribara Lesha Vaishnava Charana Renu Gayamaki Daryavadutta Vesha Vaishnava Charana Renu Gayamaki Daryavadutta Vesha Gora Brajavane Beranate Kibo Hoibo Varajavasi Gora Brajavani Beranate Kibo Hoibo Rajavasi Tamera Sarupa Spuribe Nayane Hoibora Daradasi Tamera Sarupa Spuribe Tamera Sarupa Spuribe Nayane Hoibora Daradasi Sarupa Spuribe Nayane Hoibora Daradasi Kabe Gauravani Suraduni Date Harare Ha Krishna Bole Kabe Gauravani Suraduni Date Harare Ha Krishna Bole Kandiya Vedabo Dehasukachari Nanalata Tarutale Kandiya Vedabo Dehasukachari Nanalata Tarutale Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Jaya Radha Golokananda, Radha Golokananda, Shri Radhe. Radha Golokananda. Jaya Radha Golokananda, Radha Golokananda, Shri Radhe. Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev. When, oh when, in the land of Goda, Navadweep, on the banks of the Ganges will I chant, O Radha, O Krishna, when will I wander among the creepers and trees with tears in my eyes and forget my bodily comforts? When will I be satisfied by taking some food from the untouchables who live here and there, and by drinking the water of the Saraswati? When will I roll to and fro on the banks of the river, raising an uproar of Krishna, Krishna? When will I bow down to the inhabitants of the Holy Land, Navadweep, and obtain a bit of their mercy? When will the dust of the lotus feet of the Vaishnavas cover my body? And when will I wear the garb of an avadut? When will I see the inhabitants of Goda, Navadweep, as different from the inhabitants of Braja, Vrindavan? And when shall I too become a Vrajavasi? When shall I see the true form of the transcendental realm opening before my eyes? And when will I become a maidservant of Srimati Radha Rani? Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai. Chito darpana marjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam sriya karavya chandrika
Saranam Vijavadu Jivanam Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam Pratipanam Purnamrita Swadanam Sarvatma Snapanam Paramvijayate Shri Krishna and Nam Namakari Baudan Nija Sarva Shaktis Tatrapitani Amita Smarane Nakala Etadrishita Bakripa Bhagavan Mamapi Durdaiva Midrishami Hajjani Nanuraga Trinadapi Sunichena Tororapi Suhishuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari Nadanam Najanam Nasundarim Kavitam. Great flowers. Mama Janmani Janmani Ishre, thank you. Baba Tad Bhaktira Hoit Taki Twai Ainanda Tanuja Kinkaram Patitam Mam Vishame Bhavam Buddha Kripayata Babada Pankaja Stita Duli Sadrachim Vachintaya Nayanam Gadashu Daraya Vadanam Gad Gedurudaya Gira Pulakarnishitam Vabukada Tava Namagre Vavishyati Yuga Yatam Namishena Chakshusha Bhavashayatam Shunayatam Jagatsarvam Govindam Virahename Ashlishyava Padamritam Banastumam Adarshanam Marmahata Karotuva Yatatatava Vidadatulam Pato Matprananatastusa Evanapara. Victory to the Sri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life, of repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan Jagna, as it treads the rays of the benediction moon, it is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss, and it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious. Oh, my Lord, congregational chanting, the name alone can render all benediction to living beings, and thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In the names you've invested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. Oh, my Lord, out of kindness you enable us to easily approach you by your holy names, but I am so unfortunate I have no attraction for them. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth. O Son of Maharaj Nanda Krishna, I am your eternal servitor. Yet somehow or other I have fallen into the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms at your lotus feet. O my Lord, when will my eyes be decorated with tears of love flowing constantly when I chant your holy name? When will my voice choke up? And when will the hairs of my body stand on end at the recitation of your name? O Govinda, feeling your separation, I am considering a moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I'm feeling all vacant in the world in your absence. I know no one but Krishna is my Lord, and he shall remain so even if he handles me roughly by his embrace or makes me broken-hearted by not being present before me. He is completely free to do anything and everything, for he's always my worshipful Lord unconditionally. Shri Shastastika Ki Jai. And this evening, Mukundadat Prabhu will be leading bhajans and kirtan from 6:30 to 8. And it's Nirjala Ekadasi today. And thank you, Dayaradika, for dressing the deities so nicely. Harinam Sankirtan on Saturday evening, 5 to 7. And of course, it's going to be hot, but that's summertime. And thank you downstairs for everyone for cooking so very nicely. Hare Krishna.
And we'd like to welcome Sai Govinda Peru to our